Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be playing Factorio again. And this time I remember the thing I've been saying the last few episodes, and I'll get to like the end of the episode, I'm like, oh, I want to talk about this, but I want to talk about the start of the episode. So I constantly forget that, and we are going to be building Zinc, and I forgot what I was just going to say. I'm just kidding, I totally remember. So it is all about Fortress Craft. So as I said, I played Fortress Craft a bit, I got really annoyed, and I didn't like it. And I actually did cast 2 episodes. I spent both of them just walking around, just like, I don't know what I'm doing. But it's, yeah. So I have been playing it, obviously off camera. I've been playing it quite a bit. I built my first smelter. I actually found some organic rock. And I've been watching a lot of a guy called Flexible Games. He's been giving me a lot of ideas. I love watching his stuff because he plays all these different games, which are all these little fiddly production games. And there's so many games he's playing that I would just love to get into because they all look like they're just variations on Factorio with different sort of levels, like Production Line. Been casting that. It's awesome. So I've been watching his Mega Factory series where he does a Fortress Craft Mega Factory. And the more he plays it, the more I realize that the first like few hours you play are going to be pain. They're just going to be pain. There's nothing you can do about it. I think he used some mods to get around that pain a little bit, but he still had to go out and find organic rock from somewhere and, get the smelters going and blah, blah, blah. And he had 3 different ore lines all going into bloody the starting smelter that he started with. And yeah, eventually you get to the point where you get stuff like diamond and titanium and gold, and you have to go down into the depths of the earth to get them. But you start doing all these cool things, you start getting research, everything starts looking so beautiful and so awesome. And so I'm just like, okay, I got to go off in my offhand game, I got to push through, and I got to get to that point, and then I think I will start loving Fortress Craft. And that's the point where I feel like I'll go back and I'll start casting it, and making a game and actually casting it. So what's the deal here? Okay, I think we're going to have to go for this zinc. This is 1.7 million zinc. This is an awesome amount of zinc. We got 278k there. That's a piece of crap. I'm not going to use that zinc. So, how are we going to do this? Now, I've got a thing stretched off here. I'm planning on sending this across and then up. And that'll be a line that goes up here. And we might stretch it back across here and then smelt over here. So I've got 2 choices. I can either send this belt across and then up and then across there, which is, we'll probably have to do at some point because we got the aluminium over there and the tin, or we could stretch a long belt down here and do it like that. And I may do that anyway, even for stuff like these guys. I may stretch it down here, and because we can have a whole bunch of stations across here. If we want, we can stretch this out, have a whole bunch of stations. So maybe I should just long belt this stuff down. What are we doing here? Nickel is long belting it. That's not as long a belt, but if we're using tons of undergrounds, then the belt length doesn't really matter. So I feel like, you know what? I feel like that's going to be the play. I feel like we are going to long belt that down to that. Because I set up that beautiful little ore mall. I almost call this guy. It's like an ore mall. So, yes, we're going to do this like that. And we are going to put that right here. Oh, we need to space this properly. How do I space this properly without knowing what's going to be in there? One, two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. If I've spaced that properly, then we should be able to do something like grab you. Fits beautifully. All right, excellent. Of course, we're going to use warehouses here. Of course we are. Because warehouses are awesome. They're so awesome. Although I keep having to build the damn things. I keep having to build the damn boxes to build the damn things. So that is starting to get a little bit annoying. How are you doing? You are fine. You are fine. You are going to go over there, so you are fine. Power is a little bit of a problem. Let's just stretch a cable. There we go. Love laying cables. Absolutely love them. Okay, no, we're going to try and be mature on this channel. And if you don't know what I was saying there, and you're like, well, that sounds pretty mature to me. Yeah, it's cool. It's fine. Just assume that everybody here is cool and fine and totally mature and not immature. Okay, it's all good. So, done. Put it down. You are going to be zinc. 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 What are we missing out of these ores? Thorium? Silver. Okay, I've seen silver before. That's fine. Quartz is fine. Nickel is fine. Galena, blah, 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 blah. Cobaltite. Not going to see any of that. Zinc. Tungsten. Pain in the ass to find, but we have seen it. I feel like thorium is in the same boat as cobaltite. Like, it's never anywhere, but I think the difference is you don't actually need thorium for anything, so that's kind of, we don't even have to worry about it, because not only can we not find it, but we don't need it. Alright, you are going to go in here. And zinc is all by itself, so we don't have to worry about mixing and matching. It's not a big deposit. 1.7 million, it's rich, so it's decently rich. But it's not a big deposit. You are just going to be for zinc. Technically, we don't need to be filtering you at all, but it's probably not a bad idea to do it everywhere. Just filter everywhere, so because it just makes life easier. So anyway, let's build the things first. Let's build the mines. So, give me some mines, please. Alrighty. Let's just grab all of those, and let's just annihilate this mining field. Now we kind of want it to have 3, if possible, 3 areas. I feel like that's beautiful. That's beautiful for 3. These will get completely ignored. Die. And we'll still need these guys. Maybe not the ones at the edges, but we'll still need the rest of them. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you joined up to anything? Doesn't look like you are. Damn poles. Not doing me any favors, are you? Whatever. We'll just deal with it. Power lines can go all over the place for all I care. They really, really can. You go like this. You're not working, are you? You're not doing me any favors, are you? Let's put a substation there. I am past the point where I care about wasting substations. I really, really am. In fact, what we can do is we can put a substation here, and then another one here, and then we don't need that third one. I'm actually out of mines, am I? It's been a long time since I've had to go back to the mall and grab some of me level 2 mines, but now we can do it. And all those times in the past where we were like, oh my god, I control clicked, and now my inventory is full. Don't have to worry about that anymore. We can control click all we like. So we've got 3 guys coming out. So we'll go down a little bit. But we won't go down all the way, because I don't want to be building over this water deposit down here. Was it groundwater, pure water, whatever it is? I don't even know what we need groundwater for, but hopefully we'll need it for something, because if it's just on the map and it's just like, you know, pain, like we don't need it for anything, then that would be kind of a letdown, because I've seen it so much. Alright, where do we need to be? About there. So, if we go to here, stretch that across to there. Excellent. Restart, put that one there. Excellent. Restart, put that one there. Excellent. Now you guys... Oh, that's blown that up, hasn't it? Okay. We'll do it like that. Damn freaking power poles. Always... No, that's going to screw up the other one, isn't it? Always screwing me over. Down, down, down. Cross, cross. If I was thinking a bit more clearly, I would have twitched this a little bit so that these could be lined up and this could be over there, but I don't suppose it really matters. Okay, so should have zinc ore coming through here, coming through here, coming through here. Turn, turn, turn to every day there is a season or something. You know, all know how that song goes, maybe. I think it's kind of like a 60s song, like a hippie revolution sort of song. So maybe you don't. Maybe you're one of those ultra-conservative people who just don't know those songs. But anyway, I do know those songs. Not because I'm a hippie, but because I love music. It's just awesome. Supply. Zinc. Zinc ore. My hands are totally dyslexic. Maybe that's what happens when you get tendonitis. Your hands start getting dyslexic. Come on. Be better. You can be better. You don't have to be normal filter stack inserters. You can be express ones if you really put your mind to it and study hard. There we go. I gotta remember to actually do some Warcraft 3 at some point as well, because it's been like 4 or 5 days since I've done that. I've been focusing more on the production line series and been doing a good job on that. I really love that game, but I feel like we need to do at least 1 or 2 Warcraft 3 episodes every week just to keep it going. So, number me up, baby. Number me up. Goes like that. Green. You, nope. From this guy. And then you go like that. And then you are going to go like that. Excellent. So now we have our zinc station. We got this other station as well. I don't know what this will be used for. Maybe oil. Maybe I'll thread something from here over, like iron or tin or something like that. Maybe even uranium. I kind of underground belt it all the way over here because we're gonna have the potential to have 6 stations here. So we might as well sort of do that crap. Look at you. My God. We're full on Mr. Rutile. Rutile is full. Which I'm happy with. We don't need this guy for copper yet. And yeah, gems are still coming out of here. But look at these. This is, I'm pretty sure this is full. Are you full? You're a bit full. You are full. Are you full? Almost full. Still a bunch of them that don't have anything left in them. But man, oh man, oh man, these guys are filling up nice and fast, aren't they? They really, really are. Well, there's not a lot coming out of there, actually, so these guys are probably both empty. This guy is like half empty. These guys are all full, obviously. So yeah, those gems, man, I am still so surprised at the sheer amount of gems that we're pulling out of this deposit. This may be the only gem deposit we ever need in the entire game, based on the amount of gems we get. Cleany, 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 cleany. So what are we going to do this episode? I mean, we're still kind of waiting on coal to die, I guess is the easiest explanation. I could wait off camera, but the problem with waiting off camera is things can happen which need to be solved. And you do not want to solve them off camera because that's just not... It's just... I like doing everything on camera. I really, really do. Even some of the more boring things like hooking up the bus. That was a bit boring after a while. But I still feel like, yeah, you know what? I'll do it on camera. It'll be fine. My phone is going boop a little bit, but that's fine as well. Yeah. And we might have to do something because we will need an extra copper station. Because this copper is dying. It is dying. 700k. So anyway, we got our zinc station set up. We're 15 minutes into the video. We can definitely get zinc ore set up to output here. I feel like that should be relatively easy. And how is our coal going? We are split up into all sorts of mess here. These guys are all different now. How are you? I could have sworn there was an active. No, it's a passive. You need to be an active, okay? We need to get that coal out of there. Whoa, look at all those robots. They all went to work really, really fast. Why are we using up all 1,200 robots? We're not using all 1,200 of them up for that, are we? Please tell me we're not. Maybe we are. Maybe we are using all 1,200 up. Let's have a look at the great robot migration. What are you? You're giving me stuff. I'm not seeing the great robot migration for that one chest. So maybe they are used for other things. I just do not know. I just do not know. Why are we pulling off... Ah, this doesn't necessarily... Anyway, it's balancing it, so... It doesn't necessarily pull from either belt equally. When it balances, it just pulls from whatever. Anyway. Here we go. You know what? Screw this. That was just annoying. Let's just push that over there. There we go. Job done. And now I can dump all of this coal in here. How are we doing? Full. So, full. That is a lot of coal. There's a lot of coal. Luckily for our belt thing, we can just keep shoving these things underground. We might have to move around a little bit when we build something here. But that is okay. We can just build a couple more warehouses and then empty out the bottom ones and get rid of them. So, zinc. Zinc needs to be a thing. Get me some zinc. Get to the zinc. Where's my... I'm so lost. Where's my text? There's my text. Give me some text. I need to be able to see and to read and to think. And just to be a better person, if you know what I mean. Okay. You are hooked up to the warehouses. Excelente. Power. That's alright. We can still see what this is supposed to be. Zinc ore. And we're going to need a couple more. So this can be like tungsten. This can be silicon. Although we haven't done tin yet, have we? So we're kind of running a little bit low on station room. We can make another 3 here. I'm pretty sure we can make another 3 here. If we do a thing. Yeah. See, that exit line just makes it on there. It just does. Now, that will make it a little bit hard. Exit block won't be as long, which means that we could potentially get into a situation where a train is stuck here, coming out of this station, and it blocks another one from coming in. But that would only be blocked if the main train line is blocked. And I don't think our main train line should be blocked, because it only gets blocked by stupid intersections. And yeah, so we assume the train line is going to be good unless there is a stupid intersection problem. Whoa, that was a train. We almost got hit by a train. I probably would have survived, but still, you know, when you can avoid getting hit by a train, it is definitely a good idea. So you are zinc. You need to be zinc as well. I'm just assuming all of these guys are the same size. I mean, if we have a look at nickel, yeah, it's a 200. If we have a look at zinc, I'm pretty sure that's a 200. Yep. The person who made this bloody thing be all 200s, that person is a genius. Or he's just really, really nice. One or the other. I have a feeling it probably would have been hard, so he probably has to be a genius as well. 32,000. There is an extra 0 in there, which you did not put in. And by you, of course, I mean me. But it's all the same, because if I talk to myself, then everything still works out in the end. I love how these express stack filters actually have 2 slots, whereas the stack filter just had 1. So there's a nice little bit of extra stuff going on. So we got zinc. We got all these guys hooked up. Negative 32. Logistics train slot. Let's put these down here. And we'll just hook them up as we need them. So Kyle Willis. Diving every day. Some people, man. Some people. Just they don't know how to make a good name. I mean, Hairymuppet, that's a good name. That's a very, very good name. Diving Every Day is not a bad name, but, I mean, Dasaf? Maybe that's his real name. If it's his real name, I'll excuse it, but if that's a made-up name, then I'm just going to say, I'm sorry, buddy, but I do not agree that that is a good name. I think you could have tried a little bit harder, you know, come up with something like Hairymuppet. I'm just saying, you know, not trying to say that you're a bad person, but I am trying to say that your name is not what it could be. It could be much greater. It could be much better. Why do you need vents in a warehouse? Really, like big vents like that. It's like for air, but you're just storing crap, so who gives a shit? So, alright, I feel like we can hook that up now. Give me some zinc. 2 zinc. Have we got enough zinc? Obviously we do, because otherwise the trains wouldn't have gone out. Yeah, 58k. That is beautiful. Beautiful. Come on, please tell me our coal is almost dead. Please tell me. We're getting very, very close. I feel like sometime next episode, this will be dead, and then we can really start to destroy it. Let's just prune some of these guys off. I could just remove them all at the end when it's all dead, but you know what? That probably would be the better idea, but I got nothing else to do at this point, so let's just get rid of it. We got our zinc coming down. We got our nickel coming down. Well, we got our nickel down already, so everything is beautiful. You are dead. No lingering bits of coal in this area. I can't see any. Just one here, and that is covered by the extra large mining drill. This one might actually, this is still 5.5k, so we might need to start mining this a little bit faster. Let's put that guy there. He can mine this area a little bit faster. None of these guys are backed up. This guy's kind of backed up. So that's going to be a little bit slower to mine those areas, which is not good, but hopefully they get mined out nice and quickly. Nothing else I'm missing that we need to mine out. A little bit of uranium, but that's near the iron. That's way out in the boonies. There was something up here. Could have sworn. Yes, the stone. The stone. We need to start mining the stone out. So you go like that. And then you go like that. And that's beautiful. Active, active. Substation. Give me a substation, please. Oh, of course you're out of logistics range, aren't you? Of course you are. Of course you are. Where's our logistics network ends? Ends down there. So what we need to do is we need to say you are there. And you are there. Excellent. Excellent. Because yeah, the idea of bloody setting up a logistics network just for this stone, it seems wasteful, and that's because it is wasteful. And we're not going to be... We don't want to do wasteful things if we don't have to. Because you just... Eventually you get to the point where you just excess everything. Like everything, I'll just put everything everywhere. Doesn't really matter. We've got infinite resources, blah, blah, blah. And all logic just starts to go out the window. You are full. You are close to full. So we have a look at this. We got close to 500,000 coal in the system, which is massive. Absolutely massive. It's going to take 1,000,000 years to use all that coal, but we had to mine this out because building over is just sucky. And I really don't want to build over anything if I don't have to. We got stone here as well. We're mining this stone out. This one's being mined out. I feel like there's a little bit of stole. Did I just say stole? I feel like I did. The thing is... Okay, so there's no stone under there. And there's not going to be any stone under there, so we should be fine with using these guys like that. Done. Active provider. And we've got a thing. Got a thing. Alright, so that'll get rid of that stone. We also have to worry about this copper. You know, this might be the answer, actually. This might be the answer because we've been worried about the copper running out at our first train station and the next train station not really doing well with copper because it's backed up constantly. So this might be the answer to our prayers. Well, not prayers, but anyway. The only problem is this guy doesn't quite reach the middle. And we can't quite put that in there. And I don't want to rework the bus, so we might have to work around it and get some higher level guys as soon as we can. Cobalt steel plate and brass gear wheels. I feel like we can get brass pretty quickly, actually. We might handcraft some of this stuff, to be honest, just to get some high level drills just for this specific situation, for this specific guy here. So we can get around this area. Because I feel like everything else we can get around is just this area. So let's go get some brass and some cobalt steel. So hook me up with some cobalt, please. We've never made any cobalt, have we? We've just sent the cobalt over here to use in here. So what do we need for cobalt plate? Cobalt oxide and sulfuric acid. I feel like 500 cobalt plate is pretty decent. Now we had a leftover sulfuric acid pipe here somewhere, didn't we? Didn't we? I could have sworn we did. Yeah, sulfuric acid went over there and then it stopped. Okay, so let's reuse this guy. So cobalt is made in a red thing. So cobalt plate. You need a thing there, and you need a thing there. Let's just dump all you guys in there. We're not going to have it actually requesting anything yet. And you need power, so let's give you some power. There you go. All these guys need power as well. So there we go. Cobalt plate. We're going to slowly start making that crap. And what else do we need? No, we needed cobalt plate for cobalt steel plate. And that is in a normal furnace by the looks of it. So normal electric furnace. No, it can't be a normal electric furnace because I think that needs a recipe. Does it? And this guy only has a single input slot, so it can't be a normal furnace. It has to be something special. So that's got to be, it can't be this guy, chemical. It must be a metal mixing furnace. Whoa. Bloody, I'm such an idiot. We're mixing two metals, and I'm wondering why we need a metal mixing furnace. God, I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. Okay, there we go. Metal mixing furnace, cobalt steel plate. Give me a requester with a whole bunch of iron and a nice stack inserter. And then you go over to there. And yeah, a whole bunch of iron, please. Please, thank you. And I don't have to do any more episodes today if I don't want to, because I talked about that thing that I said I was going to talk about. So I am all good. I'm all good. All good. So that's going to give us a whole bunch of cobalt steel plate. What was the other thing we needed for ye old, massive, large area mining drills? Brass. Brass. And I assume brass gear wheels just need brass. That seems like a pretty decent... Yep, just need brass. So brass is going to be a combination of copper and zinc. So what we're going to do here is we're going to set up a smelteroony for zinc. Which, zinc actually needs sulfuric acid as well. So look at that. And it's made in a red thing, which we have a few of. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to do... So what we do is we do a red thing here. And we do you... And then you, and then you, and then you, and then you drop 2 down, and then you pick up 2 up. Excellent. We do all that, and you are going to be zinc. And you are what? Not in logistics range? Oh, son of a bitch. I really want these to be in logistics range, so we're going to have to put these over the other side. And that's going to make the things even more interesting to sort out. But that should be fine. So you give me a bunch of zinc ore, please. Zinc ore. Yeah, 200 should be fine. So N, and then drop there. Excellent. And you are just straight up. And then you are going to be, this is going to be a long one. So you are a simple one like that, and you are going to be picking up over there, all the way over there. We would put it there, but there's a bloody underground there. So we got 204 being delivered to Zinc. And brass. Brass is the last thing we need. So that's another metal mixing furnace. So we just do a simple thing over here. This is just a bit of a hack, to be honest. We don't... Son of a bitch. Alright. Get in the logistics range, okay? Just, for me, get in logistics range. Zinc. Zinc plate and copper plate. Where's me copper plate? And you are going to be making me brass. I don't know how long this is going to take. Geez, that takes a long time, but it produces 5 brass. So, there we go. We're at the 31-minute mark. I feel like we're going to push a little bit. I feel like we're going to push, and we're going to get some mining started on the copper patch. I don't know if we're going to get it fully mined, but we'll get a little bit of mining. I at least want to make at least some of the big level 3s. It's not a bad idea. Level 4s, of course, take tungsten carbide and nitinol and processing boards and blah, blah, blah. Actually, you know what? What are you? You're taking brass for the poles, aren't you? You clever little bastard. Okay. Yeah, they're actually taking brass to be used for these guys. So they can build big electric poles. Oh, this is not what I wanted. I wanted to save all the brass for my thing, not for your thing. You don't get to do that. You have to stay there, and you have to wait for me to use you for mining. So we got 110 cobalt steel plate, which is awesome. This will run out eventually because I only put X number of cobaltite in here, or cobalt oxide, or where the hell it goes. This will run forever. What are you doing? Oh, whoops, my bad. So this will run forever because we're getting zinc ore off the train line. So that'll be fine. So we'll have an unlimited amount of brass, although we really do need a more smelting for this. But this is fine. So give me a bunch of that. Give me a bunch of that. You can make 5 of these guys. I like that you can make 5 of these guys. And maybe I just fill this entire area up with these guys, because let's have a look. Let's have a look. That is beautiful. That is the definition of beauty right there. Absolutely beautiful. So what we're going to do is we're going to put that one there. We're going to put that one there. We're going to put actives. And we're going to put a big old 2 thing there. And then we're going to need to pull this down somehow. There we go. Now we could sort of be very sort of spacious with these guys, because this is like that, and then that can be like that, and then that can be like that. And we can really afford to space them out a big amount. Don't need you. That one was actually put down there, so that one could actually somehow create some stuff, somehow actually get some stuff. Alright, so we need you there. And I feel like this is the situation where we actually are going to put down a logistics network, extend this a little bit. We'll extend it properly though, we'll put it in the correct spot that it needs to be. Like so. And put that out there. Put that out there. We're still going, aren't we? We're still going in this episode. We're really keeping it going. Give me some more. I feel like it's just brass that we're missing. 60 brass. Gives me 8 more of that. What are you missing? Cobalt steel. Give me some of that. Make all of that. Missing brass. Yeah. So those guys are pretty awesome. And yeah, we can finish this off. I feel like we can finish this off pretty easily. Oh man, imagine where we just have a chest full of these being made in the mall. These beautiful, huge miners. Oh, they're just massive. It's going to take a while to actually mine this out, but they are mining. They're mining pretty quickly, but they're covering such a huge area that is going to take ages for them to mine anything out. So, like so. That one, look at how beautifully that guy fits in there. And it covers the top level of the mine. You can see we've actually got a fair amount of overlapping miners here, which is absolutely fine. So that completely covers that. That's it. We're out of miners again. Give me some more, please. Give me some more. And then we need a couple up here. So, you guys, are you going to be able to cover all this area? Yes, you are. Although there's an area down here where we may have to do something about. So you need to take care of this guy right here. And you are like that, and you are like that. So I feel like there's a little area here. So we'll put another one over there. Okay. And we need a power pole over here. And come on, we just need a few more of these guys. Just a few tiny little few more guys. Is that enough? Yeah. We only need 3 and we're building 2. So that should eventually build up all of our copper ore supplies. And yeah, those guys are really dragging it out. And what we need to do now is we need to make sure that this copper ore gets used before the train station, which is going to be a little bit of an interesting struggle, actually, to figure this out. So where's the copper come out? It comes out here. Alright, so we're going to have to do a temporary situation here. We want a massive requester warehouse. And while we do this, this guy is temporarily not going to be a requester, is just going to be normal. Because we don't want this guy, we don't want to actually be pulling stuff out of this guy to give to this guy, because that would suck. So, and then we do this, but we do some coils. And I always want to use red ones for these, I just do. Alright. So if you are less than 1,000, copper is less than 1,000. 1, 2, 3. And now you stop. Excellent. Now this guy is going to be a requester, and this guy is going to request 10,000. Now let's make it 20,000. So this guy is going to be the requester, and he is going to yank all of the copper ore out of the system. Not out of here, though. Not out of here. Although we could, you know what? We could still leave this guy as a passive provider. And what it'll do, it'll only pull out of this guy when all of the storage ones are empty. Because, of course, it prioritizes pulling stuff out of storage and active providers before passive providers. So now you will have a whole lot of bots delivering you a whole lot of stuff, which we are mining out of the side. And then what we need to do is do that. So you will run for a little while, you guys, making sure this chest stays at 1,000. But once all of these bots come over and dump a whole bunch of copper in here, the train station should stop being used up. I think that's what will happen. Here we go. Look at all these guys coming in, dumping a whole bunch of stuff. Really need a lot more of them coming over. I don't know how many bots it would take to fill up 3 full blue belts when they're being used, but They're not all being used anyway. They're only a bit being used. So there we go. We got 8 more K coming on the way here to fill this guy up. So the important thing is we will... Oh, look at them all go. Look at them all go. There we go. 1,200, 1,300. I think from this point, we will not use the train station anymore. We will just use the stuff we're getting out of that mine. And this mine is 8.3 million. So that's going to last us a while. Can this mine, solely mining, keep up with our need for copper? The answer is, I don't care. Because even if it doesn't, we've got this wonderful system over here where the train station will start offloading if it turns out that this can't keep up with it. But I feel like it probably can. The amount of copper that we need, I feel like can definitely be maintained simply by that 8.3 million mine over there. And that's it. We're at the 40-minute mark. We're on the point where we're destroying all of the mines that we need to get our base nice and clear. I spoke too soon. Look at that. We can just put one mine there and then a thing. Now, we don't have a beautiful system set up for this lead ore, but this is only 39k, so I don't really care if we don't have a beautiful system set up for reprocessing it. I mean, what else are we looking at here? Unfortunately, I can't tell how much of that is in the passive provider and how much is in this friggin' chest over here, which has a bunch, so... It would be nice if you could tell how much was in each thing. I think there was a mod that did it at some point, but... What are these networks? Network 2, 4... So this is me. Network 1, 1 cell. Network 2, 4 cells. Members, Roboport, Mark 4. Alright. We need to zoom out. Oh, that's that. That's the solar. Okay. That's fine. Not going to worry about that. Alright, so I think we're done for this episode. And I think next episode is... I don't know when next episode is going to be, but I feel like 4 episodes, and it's 8:30. I've already done 4 episodes. I feel like I am done. I am happy. And I don't know, maybe I'll spend the rest of the day playing Fortress Craft, or maybe those production line videos, which are nice and small and easy to upload, but we'll see how it goes. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you guys later. Stay tuned.